Imagine this. You're sitting at the dinner table enjoying a delicious meal, and you look down to see your dog staring at you with those adorable puppy eyes. They're begging for just a tiny taste of whatever you're eating, and it's hard to say no, right? But here's the thing. Our dogs have different metabolisms than we do, and they don't know when to stop eating. Some foods that are perfectly safe for us can be incredibly harmful to them. That's why it's crucial to know which foods can put your dog at risk. Their bodies just can't handle certain things the way ours can. In today's video, we're going to talk about 10 specific foods that are dangerous for your dog. We'll explain why these foods are harmful and give you some safer alternatives that your dog will love. Stick around to ensure you're not unknowingly putting your best friend at risk. Number 1. Avocados. Let's talk about avocados. You know, those creamy green fruits we love in our salads and on toast. Well, they contain something called persin, which is a big no-no for dogs. While it's totally fine for us, persin can cause fluid to build up in your dog's lungs and chest, making it really hard for them to breathe. Now I know you're probably not serving your pup avocado toast for breakfast. They might not even be interested in it. But here's the thing, those pits can be sneaky. Your dog can find them on the floor, think they're a fun chew toy, and that's actually really bad news. Why it's dangerous. The problem with avocados is this persin stuff. It's in the fruit, the pit, the leaves, and even the tree bark. We humans can munch away without a problem, but dogs? Not so much. When dogs eat persin, it leads to some serious heart issues and breathing problems. Think of it as a really bad cold, but worse. Symptoms to watch for. If your dog gets into some avocado, look out for these signs. Trouble breathing, coughing, acting super tired, not wanting to eat. Alternatives. Instead of avocados, try giving your dog some safe fruits that they'll love. Apples without seeds. Apples are crunchy and delicious. Just make sure to remove the seeds and core because the seeds can be toxic. But the rest of the apple is a tasty, healthy treat. Blueberries. These little berries are packed with goodness. They're full of antioxidants and vitamins, making them a great snack. You can give them fresh or even frozen for a cool treat on a hot day. Number 2. Grapes and raisins. Alright, let's dive into grapes and raisins. These tiny sweet treats might seem harmless, but they're like kryptonite for dogs. Even a small amount can cause some serious trouble for your furry friend. We're talking kidney failure here, folks. Why it's dangerous. So what's the deal with grapes and raisins? Well, for some mysterious reason, these fruits can wreak havoc on a dog's kidneys. It doesn't matter if they're fresh, dried, or in baked goods. Grapes and raisins are off limits. Just a few can send your dog straight to the emergency room with kidney failure. It's like your dog's kidneys just decide to shut down, and that's scary stuff. Symptoms to watch for. If your dog accidentally munches on some grapes or raisins, keep an eye out for these signs. Drinking a ton of water, like they can't get enough. Peeing less or not at all. Vomiting. Acting really sluggish or weak. Alternatives. Instead of grapes or raisins, here are some tasty and safe fruit options your dog will love. Strawberries. These are juicy, sweet, and packed with vitamins. Plus, dogs usually love them. Just wash them, chop off the green tops, and serve. Watermelon, another great option. Watermelon is hydrating and delicious. Just make sure to remove the seeds and rind before giving it to your pup. Number 3. Onions and leeks. Onions and leeks are great for adding flavor to our meals, but for dogs, they're like tiny, delicious-looking bombs. Onions and leeks can cause severe anemia in dogs, and trust me, that's not something you want to mess with. Why it's dangerous. Here's the scoop. Onions and leeks contain compounds that are super toxic to dogs. These compounds can damage your dog's red blood cells, which are essential for carrying oxygen around their body. When these cells get damaged, your dog develops anemia. Imagine your dog's body trying to function without enough oxygen. It's like trying to run a marathon with a plastic bag over your head. Not good. Symptoms to watch for. Weakness or fatigue. Pale gums. Decreased appetite. Vomiting. Rapid breathing. Alternatives. Instead of onions or leeks, try these. Cooked pumpkin. Not only is pumpkin tasty, but it's also great for your dog's digestion. Just make sure it's plain cooked pumpkin without any spices or sugar. Green beans. These are crunchy, low-calorie, and packed with vitamins. You can give them to your dog raw, steamed, or cooked, as long as there's no added salt or seasoning. Number 4. Garlic. Alright, garlic. It's a superstar in the kitchen, making everything from pasta to garlic bread taste amazing. But for dogs, garlic is a total disaster. Even a little bit can be bad news because it contains something called thiosulfate. This stuff can cause your dog's red blood cells to rupture, leading to some serious health problems. Why it's dangerous. So here's the deal with garlic. It has thiosulfate, which dogs can't handle. This compound damages their red blood cells, which are crucial for carrying oxygen around their body. When these cells get busted, it leads to anemia. Symptoms to watch for. If your dog gets into some garlic, keep an eye out for these signs. Looking really tired. Gums that are pale instead of pink. Not wanting to eat. Vomiting. Breathing fast. Alternatives. Instead of garlic, give your dog some safe and healthy veggie treats. Cooked broccoli. Broccoli is a fantastic alternative. It's full of vitamins and fiber. Just make sure it's plain and cooked without any seasoning. Carrots, another great option. Raw or cooked, carrots are crunchy, sweet, and packed with nutrients. Plus, dogs usually love them. Number 5. Macadamia nuts. Let's talk about macadamia nuts. They're those fancy buttery nuts you might find in cookies or trail mix. They're delicious for us, but for dogs, they're a big no-no. Macadamia nuts can cause some serious stomach issues and make your dog feel really weak and miserable. Symptoms to watch for. If your dog sneaks a macadamia nut or two, look out for these symptoms: nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, severe weakness, shaking, high body temperature. Alternatives: peanut butter without xylitol. Peanut butter is a classic favorite. It's tasty and packed with protein. Just make sure it doesn't contain xylitol, a sweetener that's toxic to dogs. Spread a little on a dog-safe toy for a fun treat. Number 6. Mustard seeds. You might love mustard on your hot dogs and sandwiches. But for dogs, these tiny seeds are also a big problem. Mustard seeds can cause major stomach issues for your furry friend, and nobody wants that. Why it's dangerous. Mustard seeds contain compounds that can seriously upset your dog's stomach. We're talking about vomiting, diarrhea, and a whole lot of discomfort. It's like when you eat something really spicy, and your stomach regrets it immediately. But worse for your dog. Alternatives: cooked pumpkin seeds without salt. Pumpkin seeds are a great snack for dogs. They're packed with nutrients and are easy to prepare. Just make sure they're plain and unsalted. You can roast them lightly for a crunchy treat. Sunflower seeds, without shells and salt, another excellent option. Sunflower seeds are tasty and healthy. Just make sure they're unshelled and unsalted. Number 7. Chocolate. Let's talk about chocolate. We humans love it as a tasty treat, right? But for dogs, chocolate is like poison. Even if they give you those cute puppy eyes, it's really bad for them and should be avoided. Why it's dangerous. So here's the scoop. Chocolate contains a couple of chemicals called theobromine and caffeine. While we can handle these just fine, dogs can't. These chemicals cause some serious issues for your dog, from vomiting and diarrhea to even more severe problems like seizures and heart issues. It's like giving your dog a really bad energy drink that they can't handle. Symptoms to watch for. If your dog gets into some chocolate, here's what you need to look out for: vomiting and diarrhea, rapid breathing or panting, restlessness or hyperactivity, muscle tremors, seizures in severe cases. Alternatives. Instead of chocolate, here are some delicious and safe treats. Carob. Carob looks and tastes a bit like chocolate but without the harmful chemicals. It's a great alternative that you can find in dog treats and even bake into homemade goodies. Dog-specific treats. There are plenty of tasty dog treats available that are specifically made to be safe and healthy. Look for ones with natural ingredients. Number 8. Caffeine, coffee, tea, cocoa. Alright, let's talk about caffeine. Whether it's that morning cup of coffee, a relaxing cup of tea, or a bit of cocoa, caffeine is a staple in many of our lives. But for dogs, caffeine is like a shot of adrenaline they just can't handle. Why it's dangerous. Caffeine can seriously mess with your dog's heart and lungs. It speeds up their heart rate to dangerous levels and even lead to lung failure. Imagine if you drank 10 cups of coffee in a row. Your heart would be racing and you'd feel awful. Now multiply that by 10 for your dog. Not good at all. Preventative measures. To keep your pup safe from caffeine, follow these tips. Be cautious with other caffeine sources like energy drinks, sodas, and certain medications. Make sure everyone in the house knows caffeine is off limits for your dog. That way, no one accidentally lets them sip from a forgotten cup. Alternatives: fresh water. Instead of caffeine, always make sure your dog has access to plenty of fresh water. It's the best thing for keeping them hydrated and healthy. Plus, you can make their water a little more exciting. Ice cubes. Many dogs love playing with and crunching on ice cubes. It's a fun and hydrating treat. Broth ice cubes. Freeze some low-sodium chicken or beef broth into ice cubes for a flavorful treat that's safe and hydrating. Number 9. Cooked bones. Let's dig into the topic of bones. You might think giving your dog a bone is a classic treat, but when it comes to cooked bones, it's a whole different story. So why it's dangerous. When bones are cooked, they become brittle and easily break into sharp pieces. These splinters can get stuck in your dog's mouth, throat, or even puncture their intestines. Imagine chewing on a piece of glass. That's what it's like for your dog with cooked bones. Symptoms to watch for. If your dog has gotten into some cooked bones, keep an eye out for these warning signs: gagging or choking, drooling more than usual, vomiting, difficulty eating, blood in their mouth, abdominal pain or swelling. Preventative measures. To keep your dog safe, follow these tips. Never give your dog cooked bones, whether from chicken, beef, or any other meat. Be mindful of where you dispose of bones, especially if your dog likes to rummage through the trash. Make sure everyone in the house knows cooked bones are a big no-no for your dog. Alternatives. Raw bones. Raw bones is a great option because they're less likely to splinter. Just make sure they're appropriate for your dog's size, and always supervise them while they're chewing. Commercial dental chews. These are specifically designed to be safe and beneficial for your dog's teeth. They come in various shapes and sizes, so you can find the perfect one for your pup. Number 10. Bacon and fat trimmings. Alright, let's talk about the last one, bacon. It's crispy, it's delicious, and it smells amazing. But for your dog, bacon and those extra fat trimmings are a big no-no. As much as they'd love to join your breakfast feast, these fatty foods will cause some serious health issues. Why it's dangerous. Bacon and fat trimmings have a lot of fat, which we might find tasty, but it's really bad for dogs. Eating too much fat causes pancreatitis, which is a painful swelling of the pancreas. It's like your dog's digestive system working too hard and then breaking down. Definitely not fun. Alternatives. Cooked chicken breast. This is a great option because it's low in fat and high in protein. Just make sure it's plain, without any seasoning, and cooked thoroughly. If you found this helpful, share it with other dog lovers. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips to keep your pup safe and happy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.